Hey guys, it's Town, and I'm back with another video. Today, I'll be bringing you my review of the Jonak Toys Clone Trooper decals. Now, first off, I want to start by saying that these decals are pretty good and they're pretty accurate, but let's go over kind of how they look compared to actual Lego clones. So here they are, as you can already see, and I'd say they look pretty good. Now, I'm sure you noticed something over here already, and we'll get into that. But for these decals, I used decal spray to kind of shine the decals so that they didn't look really, I don't know, bubbly or anything, and so that they would stay on. And they have stayed on thus far, except one. Now, I will show that in a second as well. But yeah, let's get into that right now. So first, we will start off with a comparison to the Lego versions of these Clone Troopers here. So we'll start off with the regular Phase 2 Clone Trooper really quick. Now, there are definitely some differences, but I believe these differences are from the spray. The spray, it kind of screws with the kind of ink or whatever the printing is for these decals. And yes, this one I kind of messed up on the side. And that's just human error, and that's how it is with these things. But I mean, other than that, they look pretty similar. Like, you could get away with selling like this torso, and it'd probably, I mean, I don't really think anyone would think it's not Lego, because it looks very, very accurate, especially against this Lego here, this Lego torso. The helmets, though, if you don't have like the actual Lego helmet that you're using to decal on, the helmets don't look super accurate. That's the only thing there. But other than that, I mean, these guys are pretty good. Legs move perfectly fine. And yeah, so sit with him. 2/12. This is the guy with a scratched torso. So I'll explain him before we compare. So I don't know if you can tell as well, there's some yellowing on him, and that is because of the spray. I sometimes spray too much by accident, and that happens. But I mean, he's fine otherwise. And I was being an idiot, so I touched the dude, and it made this kind of scratch looking thing on him, which I think actually looks kind of cool if he wasn't so yellowed. It looks kind of like, I don't know, like there was a bomb that exploded near him and some shrapnel went across his chest or something, which I think looks pretty good. But yeah, I hit the tripod. His legs move, but that's because of the spray. Even under there, there's some yellowing, which is unfortunate, but that's the spray. If you don't use the spray, this guy would look perfectly fine. It's just, with the spray, yeah, it's a little tough there. But here is the Lego version, if I don't drop him. He is missing legs, unfortunately, because I don't have them yet. But the orange is just slightly different. The arm orange is the same, but the decal orange is just barely different than the Lego printing. The Lego printing is way brighter than the decal, which I think the decal is more accurate. The Lego printing, you know, they just have specific colors that they have to use for Lego parts and printing to match the part colors. So that's why that is. And this guy we'll get to because they have their own issues. So this guy, he does have a little bit of yellowing. It's funny, it's the 2/12 troopers that are the ones with the yellowing. But so the design up here, I put it too far down and it kind of got, yeah, messed up there. And his leg, the decal is starting to come off. So let me move this arm. I don't know if you can see, but when I bend his leg, I need this to focus, there we go. You can see it starting to bend up there, and then I have to push it back down. See, it's getting all screwed up when I bend this leg, which is unfortunate. Gonna have to see I can do something about that, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. I must have like missed the spray there, and that's why it's coming off. Because if you don't spray with that decal spray, the decals have a higher chance of coming off. So next we have this other Phase 1 or Phase 2 regular plain clone. The only thing with him is I ordered regular white legs, so I had to dig through my collection and find black hips for these guys because they have black hips, and his legs are very loose, which is very unfortunate. But those are just my errors. If you do this completely correct, you order the right legs that already have the black hips, and you don't spray too much, and you spray in the right spots, these guys look perfectly fine. So yeah, that I think is basically it for this review of these Jonak Toys decals. Now there are way more than these that I have, but I used these decals for my Utapau mock that I was doing. If you haven't seen that series, definitely go check it out. But overall, I just have to say that these guys are really good. The decal application thing, or the spray, is one thing that you have to try to get right, and you don't want to spray too much, because when I did, you see what happened there. And just make sure you're applying your decals correctly and you don't touch it when it's still wet. If you put the spray on, put your decals on the right spots, all just simple stuff, small things that you want to try to get right. So yeah, that's basically it for this video. Like the video if you like this review. Comment down below your thoughts on these Jonak Toys decals here, and tell me your experiences with them and how you feel about them. And subscribe to the channel for more, because I did AV Figures reviews, and I'll probably do kind of like an update on how they're doing and their status, because over time these decals, since they're not printed, they can kind of come off a little bit and might have some issues. So I'm going to review my AV Figures again just to show that, so definitely check that video out when it comes out. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video, so thank you all for watching, and I will see you in another video.